Hey Blue Blossoms, welcome to the first episode of PCS Profiles.
Today we'll be talking about the magnificent state of Alabama.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Matthew.
This
is going to be confusing. So let's face it, moving can be downright confusing sometimes, but it helps if you know what you're getting into.
PCS Profiles will hopefully answer some of your questions about your next duty station, or if you're not moving anytime soon, give you some fun facts to know your friends with.
Mia. The state bird of Alabama is a yellowhammer.
Okay.
We're going alphabetically by state with an overseas location every 5 episodes.
This will help spice up the locations and give you something to learn about.
Before we dive in, we want to thank our fellow military brat Claire for sending us some awesome tips and pictures.
If you've got info on other states or duty stations, don't forget to contact us at pcsprofiles@gmail.com.
Getting back on track.
Get ready to be racked with some abstract facts.
Here's Henry with our state overview.
Alabama's state nickname is the Yellowhammer State, derived from when Alabamian Confederate soldiers were called Yellowhammers due to bits of yellow cloth on their uniform's sleeves, collars, and coattails. The state bird is also the yellowhammer. Alabama's motto is Audamus Here Nostra Defendere, which is Latin for We Dare Defend Our Rights. The current population is 4.8 million, and a few famous people who have at one point been part of that population are Helen Keller, Hank Williams Sr., and Lionel Richie. Though originally powered by agriculture, Alabama now holds a major place in the aviation and automobile manufacturing industries. Speaking of automobiles, among other requirements, you can get a learner's permit as early as 15, a provisional license at the age of 16, and a full, unrestricted license at 17.
Thanks, Henry. I never thought of a person's name from Alabama. Alabamian. It just seems so right.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it really just has the heritage feeling of Alabama, with so many Southern traditions, and even the acclaimed Crimson Tide.
But believe it or not, there's more to Alabama than college football. For more on this, here's Griffin and Catherine with History and Culture.
Alabama was first admitted to the Union on December 14, 1819. The name originated from the tribal American Creek language, roughly translated to tribal town.
Alabama has some pretty significant history, especially regarding the Civil Rights Movement.
After the American Confederate States left the Union in 1861, elected members met up in Montgomery, Alabama that same year.
During World War II, the first African-American U.S. military unit took to the air. They were called the Tuskegee Airmen and were trained in Alabama.
On December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her seat in Montgomery, Alabama.
The Selma to Montgomery March took place in 1965, protesting the discrimination African-American citizens received when attempting to vote. The 1967 to 1973 Saturn V rocket that helped Americans with moon exploration was designed in Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama has several cultural influences. Before the French took over the land in 1702, the Alabama land was home to Native American tribes. Furthermore, Alabama maintains a fairly diverse population, especially post-Civil Rights Movement.
Some popular foods in Alabama are pecans, peaches, and barbecue. Lastly, some popular local festivals are the Peanut Festival, the Rattlesnake Rodeo, the Chilton County Peach Festival, the Spring Azalea Festival, and the Mobile Mardi Gras.
Wow, Alabama is a state with such rich culture and historical heritage.
That can probably be attributed to its location in the Deep South.
With more on that, here's Milena with Geography.
Alabama is located in the southeastern region of the U.S. and is sandwiched in between Mississippi and Georgia. Due to its close proximity to the Gulf of Mexico and its mid-latitude location, Alabama has a subtropical climate. So get ready for a humid, warm environment with hot summers and mild winters. Also, Alabama has the 4th highest year-round level of precipitation of all the states in the U.S. That means if you're going to move to Alabama, you might want to invest in some raincoats. The northern parts of Alabama consist mostly of mountains, and the southern parts consist mostly of open plains and grasslands. Over half of Alabama's available land is covered in forests. Additionally, Alabama has swampland located in the south, as well as many underground caves. Some of the notable features of Alabama consist of the Cumberland Plateau, the Tennessee River, the Piedmont Plateau, and the Appalachian Mountains. If you enjoy spending time experiencing natural wonders, some great places to visit are DeSoto Falls, Little River Canyon National Preserve, Cathedral Caverns, Mountainville Archaeological Park, Stevens Gap, Knockula Fall, and Rockwood Cavern. The largest cities in Alabama are Birmingham, followed by Montgomery, which is the capital of Alabama. The third largest city is Huntsville. Everywhere you will go will have new places to visit and new places to explore. Here are some of the best locations in Alabama: the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, Fort Gaines, Arcola, Alabama, Birmingham Museum of Art, OWA, the Unclaimed Baggage Center, Dismay's Canyon Conservatory, Singlewood Trail at Orr Park, the USS Alabama.
Man, Alabama sure does have a lot of places to go and sights to see.
And now it's time to talk about its installations with glee, with you and me. Did you write that?
Maybe. Alabama is home to 5 major installations.
Up north in Huntsville is Redstone Arsenal Army Base, which houses the Army's Material Command, Missile Defense Agency, and Missile Defense Command. It was established in 1941 as a storage site for chemical weapons and later produced the Redstone rocket for the Korean War.
Ooh!
No, not that Redstone.
Anniston Army Depot is located near Bynum and currently helps maintain vehicles and store ammunition. It is one of 7 locations in the nation that can store chemical weapons.
In the capital of Montgomery lies Maxwell Boonter Air Force Base, home of the Air University and the 42nd Air Base Wing. This base was originally founded by the Wright brothers as a school for flight.
Moving down south, Fort Rucker Army Base is located in Daleville, the home of Army Aviation. Rucker houses the 23rd Flying Squadron Air Education and Training Command and is a major helicopter training and operations center.
Finally, the Coast Guard Aviation Training Center in Mobile, established during the Vietnam War, is responsible for all inland operations in the area. And now the moment most of you have been waiting for.
You love it.
You hate it.
It's school.
Alabama ranks 49th in education, which the Alabama High School Athletic Association oversees sports for most high schools in Alabama, with events in baseball, basketball, bowling, cheer, cross country, esports, football, golf, indoor and outdoor track and field, soccer, softball, swimming, diving, tennis, volleyball, wrestling, and also an adaptive sports program. The National Interscholastic Cycling Association also has a statewide project league here. Competitive marching band is also pretty new in Alabama, with the Alabama Marching Band Championships holding their first event in only 2019. SBands can also compete in festivals with the Alabama Conference of Theater. If you're near Anniston Army Depot, you'll most likely attend Owachi High School, home of the Indians, or Sachs High School, home of the Wildcats. Both schools are part of the Calhoun School District. At Maxwell Gunter Air Force Base, students living on the main part of the post are zoned for Carver Senior High School, while those on the Gunter Annex will attend Lee High School. Teens living near Redstone Arsenal Army Base typically attend Bob Jones High School or Sparkman High School. Bob Jones earned an A+ on niche, although if you're trying to attend Sparkman, it is only for 10 to 12th graders, meaning there's a separate 9th grade school. The closest school to Fort Rucker is Daleville High School, home of the Warhawks. However, many Army brats attend the newer Enterprise High School, which is a bit further away but reportedly has better academics. Enterprise High School was built after a tornado in 2007 to destroy the old high school. The new high school is an $86 million project. Near Mobile, students can attend Saraland High School, whose class of 2019 was awarded over $18 million in scholarships. Of course, these aren't all the schools you could attend while stationed in Alabama, but hopefully this is a good start for all of your research.
Well, have fun with that.
And now here's our special guest for the episode, Asher.
My name is Asher and I live in Fort Rucker. My top 5 favorite things. Number 1, I really just liked how nice it was. Before I got there, lots of people were complaining about how, it really matches the other not so nice community outside of it. Like for instance, when I lived there when I was 4, my family actually lived in like a trailer park right outside. Now it's really nice. They built a new commissary, we have a nice PX, gym and pool facilities, there's very nice parks. It's just a nice installation. Number 2, I like the size of it because right here we're in Humphreys, Korea, and it's big. It's very crowded here, but in Alabama, it was really nice. It was just a close, tiny community. It was a short trip by bike to go anywhere. Number 3, I liked how natural Alabama was. You had this beautiful park next to Beaver Lake, which is more of a pond, but we'll call it a lake. Tons of hiking trails down there. They had a world-class disc golf course. Right behind my house, there was a big patch of woods in which I would always go back with my friends. It was great. I loved being in the outdoors all the time in Alabama, Fort Rucker. Fourth of all, we had events all the time. Oktoberfest was great. Then we also had 4th of July Fest. Actually, no, this is my number 5. I really liked my community. So I lived in Skunk Hollow. This is where you come to party. We also had an international community, and I'll always remember Fort Rucker.
Thanks, Asher.
And now it's time for some fun facts with Bennett.
Alright folks, it's that time for good old fun facts about Alabama. First off, listen up theater kids. Alabama is home to the Alabama Youth Theater Extravaganza in the town south of Dothan. Speaking of Dothan, it also happens to be the peanut capital of the world, so peanut lovers should check it out. If you're fatally allergic, well, maybe sit that one out. The town of Enterprise is the boll weevil capital. That's got to be an interesting place to visit. Maybe don't set up a farm there. Apparently those things have a habit of obliterating crops. Birmingham, Alabama is home to the largest cast iron statue in the world depicting Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. I hope they like where they put it because that thing is going to be hard to move. Alabama is home to the only bookstore in the world that sells exclusively signed copies of books called the Booksmith in Birmingham. And finally, you should know that the Sweet Home Alabama song, sorry if I'm bursting in one bubble, but Leonard Skinner is actually from Jacksonville, Florida. Sorry.
In conclusion, Alabama has a rich history with Native American and Southern influences.
It has multiple bases, school systems, and activities that contribute to the bustling state.
Its warm, humid climate and diverse geography set it apart from other states in the region. Well, everyone, this is our first episode of PCS Profiles.
Again, if you have other states or bases that you have, please send them to pcsprofiles@gmail.com.
And if you have any comments or suggestions for the show, or if we got something wrong, don't forget to go put them.
That's the comment section.
Comment!
Also, don't forget to subscribe, share the video, like it, and follow other really good content.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
What do we say? We just say goodbye?
Yeah, I guess so.
Bye.
See you later, Bloom Blossoms. We attributed to its location in the Deep South.
Festival and the Mobile Mardi Gras.
And Mobile Mardi Gras. Just say that.
Mobile Mardi Gras.
Yeah, so Alabama is a state. Alaska is a state. Arizona is a state. Arkansas is a state. Germany is also a state in this beautiful country of ours, America.